Fatal four-way. We've got the Norse Nightmare Hunter Gray. We've got the Vulture, Dustin Ulrich, the final boss, Bruce Wayans, and of course, Big Filt Dawg.
Every man for himself.
One fall to a finish. And remember, in these four-way matches, anything goes. You cannot get disqualified, but you also can't take your eyes off the prize because someone else could get pinned and you could lose without being involved in the finish. You know, you get 4 men of these size in the ring, you're going to get a little jaw jack and a little bit of boasting to start it off. But it can't be too long before all four of these gentlemen start swinging at each other. That's what I'm here to see.
And here we go. And swinging away, Dustin Ulrich and Hunter Gray starting things out.
These two have been in a bit of a stalemate recently, taking each other on several occasions, unable to find a winner.
And Hunter Gray just bodies him out of the ring with his shoulder. And they keep slugging it out on the outside.
You know, this four-way matchup is nothing short of a hoss battle.
Into the post. Goes Dustin Ulrich, and now inside of the ring. Bruce Wayans and Big Filt Dawg locking horns. Jockeying for position and Filter. Big Filt Dawg gets him into the corner.
And Bruce Wayans is one of the larger competitors at Rocky Mountain Pro, but I still got to question the tactics of tying up with Big Filt Dawg. I would not. You got to try and find an angle, stick and move, duck behind something, but you don't want to match power one-on-one with the largest member of the Rocky Mountain Pro roster.
Right out, Big Filt Dawg in complete control and a big overhand chop. Catches Bruce Wayans, but now Dustin Ulrich taking the opportunity.
And speaking of powerful members of the Rocky Mountain Pro roster, Dustin Ulrich might be one of the strongest roster members we have.
Three very, very strong, tough men in the ring at this time.
And Bruce Wayans.
Yeah. I said three, didn't I?
Yeah. Although technically, Hunter Gray was on the outside of the ring, so you were accurate.
So we'll go with that then.
I just never missed a chance to take a shot at Bruce Wayans.
Bruce Wayans with the body slam there. Takes Ulrich down, big leaping elbow.
And you know, as much as I like occasionally taking a shot at Bruce Wayans, that guy may have the prettiest elbow drop in Rocky Mountain Pro.
Oh, Dustin Ulrich went for the rope, almost didn't get the ropes there.
You know, as we pointed out in almost every match so far tonight, you gotta have ring awareness. You gotta know where those ropes are. Even in a four-way where you can't get disqualified, that rope break will still break up a pinfall.
What a shot from Big Filt Dawg, taking Bruce Wayans right off his feet. That's no easy task.
No, and we saw Sledge and Marlon Bishop throw in these massive bombs left and right all evening long in that earlier matchup. But there might not be anyone on this roster or any other that can lay him in like Big Filt Dawg does.
Throws him hard into the corner. Does Big Filt Dawg to Bruce Wayans, and he hit that, took him off his feet again. But Hunter Gray now into the ring and back into another corner. Goes Bruce Wayans, and he picks him up. Oh, and he uses the head of Bruce Wayans to knock Ulrich over the apron, and a power slam. Now, Hunter Gray going up top. Ladies and gentlemen, we have more charge coming up after the break.
At Key Healing Center, you'll receive treatment from Kira Murphy, a board-certified, nationally licensed acupuncturist. We also offer cosmetic modern ailments. Visit our 57 to book your
Cheers and so.
Cater to men, women.
The opportunity to participate at ColoradoMediaSchool.com on Facebook and Instagram.
Here at Healthy Colorado Insurance, our local and licensed independent agents look at business insurance needs. Insurance, providing simple insurance solutions.
Welcome back to a special episode of Charge, ladies and gentlemen. This four-way matchup continuing here from Romero's in Lafayette, Colorado. Leg drop by Dustin Ulrich, trying to end this thing here. And Bruce Wayans with the kick.
You know, between this four-way and Marlon Bishop versus Sledge, I'm going to bring back an old term. We've seen a lot of beef tonight. People don't refer to wrestlers as beefy enough anymore.
The beefiest night of Charge history.
This may very well be. We have seen some of the largest competitors Rocky Mountain Pro and the wrestling world in general have to offer just mercilessly pummeling each other, and I've loved every second of it.
On the outside, we've got Filter, Big Filt, Dawg, and Hunter Gray taking down the barricades out here. And inside the ring, Dustin Ulrich and the final boss, Bruce Wayans. Four-way matchup, every man for himself. Who will come out victorious? First fall wins it, am I correct?
One fall to a finish, which makes you wonder about kind of the strategy so far. You would think maybe Dustin Ulrich, Hunter Gray, I know the two of them have had their issues, but maybe the two of them and Bruce Wayans could team up, take out Big Filt, Dawg, and then let the three of them fight it out.
Dustin Ulrich now has it close to the corner. Full head of steam, but Hunter Gray catches him. And now he's going to run him into Bruce Wayans, and now he sets them both up. Saw Big Filt Dawg here on the outside.
Smart move going over there, stopping the big man from coming in. Maybe Hunter Gray. Oh, and he gets caught. He didn't take him down enough.
And Big Filt Dawg, full head of steam, hits all three into the corner.
And again, like I said earlier, you want to team up. You want to take the biggest man out because now all three are down and Big Filt Dawg is on his feet. And that's the worst case scenario if you're one of those other three competitors. There's no one to come in and save you right now.
And Big Filt Dawg backs Wayans into the corner and then moves over to slug Dustin Ulrich across the back and put him in the corner, followed by a chop. And Big Filt Dawg in complete control of all three men at this point. Oh, wait a minute.
Now we might see a little bit of teamwork.
Recruiting the help of Hunter Gray as he gets the big kick across the side of the head of Dustin Ulrich. But Bruce Wayans fighting back. Big Filt Dawg and Hunter Gray were tag champions here together in Rocky Mountain Pro at one time. So maybe kind of reaching back and saying, hey, let's work together a little bit in this one.
And again, there's four men in this matchup. If you're a competitor, you've got to somehow incapacitate the other three to get a win. It doesn't hurt you to work with someone to take one out. That just makes the work a little bit easier.
We were talking about the strength of Dustin Ulrich earlier. Did you see as he went for that German suplex, Bruce Wayans trying to hold on to the top rope, and he just pulled him right off of it.
And, Big Filt Dawg trying to steal the pin. Dustin Ulrich off the top with that headbutt. And now Hunter Gray alone, standing tall in that ring. You got to hit somebody with something that hopefully puts him down, because who knows when you'll get an opportunity like this again.
Wayans now picked up by Hunter Gray and put across the top turnbuckle. What are we going to see here?
If a history of pro wrestling tells you anything, in a multi-man match, you do not want to be the guy sitting on the top when something like this goes down.
Absolutely not. And now Big Filt Dawg and Hunter Gray setting up Bruce Wayans. Are we going to see a double superplex here? Wait, Dustin Ulrich, and a big Tower of Doom takes all three down.
And the amount of energy it must have took. You can see Dustin Ulrich sitting down in that corner, trying to recoup. It took everything in him to throw three of the largest men in Rocky Mountain Pro off that top rope. And as I mentioned before, you did not want to be the final boss, Bruce Wayans, in that situation.
Or the ring. I'm surprised it's still holding together after all three came down. And the Dustin Ulrich driver connects. He can end it here, but no. Nailed by Hunter Gray there.
And again, it's that timing. You've got to pick your spot. You got to hit your move, get that cover, get out of there with the win before someone else pops up and takes you out.
Big Filt Dawg taking advantage. He's got the cover here. 2-0 from the outside.
And then you see Dustin Ulrich pulling from the outside, but you also saw the final boss coming in trying to make the save as well. Everyone's aware. Everyone's up. It's going to be a sprint to the finish. Oh, we saw the batarang.
That could be it, because Bruce Wayans going to steal the victory here. And he hit it on Big Filt Dawg, and Bruce Wayans hits the batarang.
Your winner!
And he's victorious.
I can't believe what we just saw.
I would not have called that. Obviously, Big Filt Dawg is the favorite in that one. He did hit the F-bomb.
What a feather in the cap of the final boss, Bruce Wayans. Not that we often see him wearing hats. Maybe what a pin on the tie of the final boss, Bruce Wayans, as he hits Big Filt Dawg with the batarang for what is certainly is an upset.
one of the biggest victories we've probably ever seen him have here at Rocky Mountain Pro. Puts him in many conversations. When you're in the ring with Dustin Ulrich, Big Filt Dawg, and Hunter Gray, you not only survive it, but you come out with the victory.
And it was just a week ago, Big Filt Dawg was challenging Atiba for the Rocky Mountain Pro Championship. Talking about making a mark, staking your claim at the top of the card. What a performance from the final boss, Bruce Wayans.
Big victory for Bruce Wayans from Romero's this past Saturday. But ladies and gentlemen, we're not done. We've got one more matchup in this special episode of Charge coming up after the break.
Attention.